Director of the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban, Dr. Yogi, Ms Trusha Lakhani, Ms Paula Martini, Mr. Kamal Maharaj, Mr. Piyush Khandelwal, Mr. Sapire Mchunu. Distinguished guests, online viewers, namaskar and welcome to the sixth episode of Yog Charcha. Yog Charcha is a discussion on yoga, a series of interactions with yoga experts. Indeed, today in our midst, we'd like to commence today's program by introducing Mr. Kamal Maharaj for introductory remarks. This program is in association with Vishwa Shakti, and Mr. Kamal Maharaj is the CEO and founder of Vishwa Shakti as well as an educator based in Durban. Namaste and welcome, Mr. Kamal Maharaj.
Namaste, Vanakam, Namaskaram, Saubona. Welcome to the Yog Charcha series. It is indeed a great honor to welcome our guest today, Trusha Lakhani ji. When we look at this series we're going through, one very apparent idea came to the fore, and that is, what does yoga do for us? Ahimsa is one of the plans of trying to build the ideal human being, the idea of non-harming, in the sense that we do whatever we need to without creating a carbon footprint. Yoga asanas help us to become present. It teaches us the idea of self-control. In fact, it makes us become kind. It helps us to cultivate the idea of friendliness and thoughtful consideration of other people and things. In other words, do not harm yourself or others. And how do we become conscious of this? One of the ways is to take out your yoga mat and practice yoga asanas. That could be a starting point. And the daily practice of yoga helps us tune in. You know, it is not easy to focus on a world that is seemingly spinning out of control, the external world. It becomes peaceful and calm when we tune in. And then, when that is attained, we are able to take control of our journey as we travel through life. Yoga can be one of the most grounding and non-harming forms of exercise. Today, I am privileged to listen to our guest, and I'm going to hand over to our august team who will take this program forward. All the best, and Trusha Lakhani ji, we are waiting with bated breath to listen to your words of wisdom regarding yoga. Namaste, Vanakam, Namaskaram, Saubona.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maharaj, for those introductory remarks. To commence today's program, I would like to invite our guest expert, our guest yoga expert today, and that's Ms. Trusha Lakhani. Trusha ji has been practicing yoga for many years and is retired from the financial sector. Trusha ji conducts many art of living courses and currently yoga and teaches yoga in various sectors. She will be interacting with Ms. Paula Martini, a yoga practitioner as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Yog Charcha with the interaction by Ms. Paula Martini with Trusha Lakhani. Namaste and welcome, Trusha ji and Paula ji.
Namaste, and thank you so much for the beautiful introduction this afternoon. And I'm really looking forward to our interaction and hearing your comments and answers to some of the questions that I have for you. So if we could start with the first one, and that would be, how do you understand and define yoga?
Thanks for the lovely introduction. So yoga it's a gentle form of exercise for the body and the mind, as we all know, okay? But it's way more than that. So yoga for me is, it's a way of life where you live to your full potential, you blossom. So when you're making the most out of your life, when you're living the best life possible, that is yoga.
Wonderful. It's actually very, very much on point. And how did you get connected with yoga?
Okay, so it starts like everybody else. You want to live healthy. You want to either through a health ailment or just wanting to maintain good health. In my case, it was the latter. Just wanting to make the most out of my body and mind and that. And then as I got into it, I started to enjoy the depth that it was giving me. So I started with the breathing exercises, and that brought me to Art of Living. And I got so intrigued by the results that I was getting that I started to train and teach. It took some time, many years, and then I started to teach the breathing exercises. And very soon after that, the yoga asanas came in. So yoga and breathing, pranayama, all works together. So it started with wanting healthy life, healthy living, healthy body, mind. And then it was more like the deeper questions like, why am I here? And what do I want out of this life? So I found that this practice was taking me there. It was giving me an understanding of all of this. And so that's what brought me here. So does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Very much so. Thank you. And do you feel any difference in your own life due to the practice of yoga?
Yeah, definitely. I used to be, well, I feel so different now when I look back at my personality and how stressed I was. You know, working in the financial field, most people look like they're carrying so much weight on their shoulders. And that was me, you know, in the rat race. So just my demeanor, my personality, my just the way I deal with issues, okay? So at the mind level, definitely 100% improvement. And of course, the body as well. I've had, you know, so many benefits from just practicing. And of course, the fulfillment of teaching. I wouldn't call it teaching, but facilitating. Just seeing the results on the people around me. That is so rewarding. And yeah, so that has enriched my life in a big way.
Fantastic, fantastic. And do you have any specific style or school of yoga?
Okay, so through the Art of Living umbrella, the yoga, the brand name is Sri Sri Yoga. But I just want to, I just want to say that brand name, when it comes to yoga, it's not even relevant. Normally, any institution uses the name of the founder, or in our case, our guru, but you could give it any name. The asanas are the same, and the results are the same. Sri Sri Yoga, we do focus on going inward a little more, as in body is there, body work, stretching, strengthening, all of that is there. But a lot of breathing, meditation combined with the asanas, and you get like a very nice balancing effect when you're doing that. So yoga is meant to be relaxing and uplifting, not tiring, and it's not about doing fancy twists and turns and that. It's nice to be able to do that. But Shri Yoga is very like balanced in terms of body, mind, and going inward. Yeah.
Wonderful. So connectedness between all the elements.
That's right.
Wonderful. And do you feel that yoga is not only a physical exercise or a scheduled activity, but is integrated approach and understanding to live a life in its entirety?
Absolutely, absolutely. So yoga is just, if you look at these yoga scriptures, the most popular one, the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, sage Patanjali, who wrote these aphorisms of yoga decades ago, 195 sutras or aphorisms were recorded, of which only 3 of them mention flexibility, strength, asanas. So the body needs to be kept well and pure and clean and strong, but that's just a very small aspect of yoga. More is with going inward and the mind. So yes, it's very much a total a lifestyle, a way of life.
Yes, absolutely. And do you feel that yoga is an art and science which gives us a sense of affinity and connectedness with the entire universe?
Yes, yes, absolutely. There's no end to it. It's like infinite. It's, of course, art as in creativity, but the science behind it, when you look at the results, it's all very scientific. It comes from the Vedas, comes from the East. This knowledge comes from the East. Of course, it's applicable to East, West, South, everything. It's just like when we eat food from China or Mexico. It doesn't matter. We enjoy it like that. From the Vedas, we get this knowledge. And yeah, it's very much just what you said. It's art, science, the science behind each posture in the asanas, the science behind the processes that you work with for the mind, all of it, there's science, and it all comes together with yoga.
Yes, absolutely. And do you feel that yoga represents universal energy or a universal love and compassion?
Again, yes. Everything is a yes. Yes. So it's like I already said, it comes from here, but applies everywhere. So basically, it brings everybody together, because to practice yoga, you just need to have a human body and a mind, to enjoy and benefit from it, to practice it, to enjoy it, and to benefit from it. That's all you need. And all human beings have this, whether you're of any culture, creed, age, size, shape. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think the connectedness of people that are practicing all together brings in that universal energy and universal love. And yeah, just creates a whole better community environment kind of thing.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm writing notes on all your wonderful answers to the questions. I love taking notes, and I'm learning so much during these discussions. So wonderful. And would you kindly suggest some simple asanas for the asanas for the audience and viewers this afternoon?
Let's get ready for some relaxing stretching, yoga asanas. So first, we'll just take a few deep breaths in and out. Relax. If you can sit with your legs crossed, that's fine. If not, just keep your legs long. That's fine. Spine comfortably erect. Take a long, deep breath in. And exhale, relax. Another long, deep breath in. Exhale, relax, bring yourself to the present moment. Now we're just going to loosen up the joints a bit. Move your fingers, move your hands, your arms, shoulders, head, neck. Move your upper body. Just move a little faster, and move your legs, if you can. Just do the best you can. Okay, move your legs. Shake, 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 shake. And relax. And now we're doing the cat stretch. So come into a table position. Palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips, soles of the feet facing up, spine like a tabletop. Begin breathing in, head up, tailbone up, push your navel and chest downward. Breathing out, head downward, pull your navel and chest upward, curving your spine upward. Do this again. Breathing in, head up, tailbone up. Curve your spine downward. Just do the best you can. Exhale, curve your spine upward, empty the lungs. And now relax your spine. Seat yourself on your heels and rest in the child pose. Just relax for a few seconds. And bring to mind the abundance in your life. And you're feeling grateful. Now keeping your arms extended, you're going to come into a dog stretch. So lift your buttocks, turn the feet around, push your heels downward. Doesn't matter if they don't reach the ground. Just push them downward and feel a nice stretch in your legs and your lower back. See if you can push your shoulders downward as well. Good stretch. And now raise your heels, walk your feet in, and you're going to seat yourself again for butterfly. So see if you can, however you want to, bring yourself to a seated position. Soles of the feet close to the body, facing in. Hold your feet, spine upright, and let's flap the wings. Moving your legs up and down, they're your wings. And keep a light smile on the face. Relaxing movement. Feel a nice stretch in your inner thighs. See if you can keep your spine upright. Try not to slouch. Keep moving. And now relax. Take your legs forward a bit. Take your feet forward. Your legs are in a diamond shape, and you're going to do a forward bend. Hold your feet or your legs wherever you can reach, and gently pull your spine forward. Bring your head towards your feet. See if you can push your knees downward on either side. Go as far as you can and slowly come up and straighten your legs. Now you're doing a spinal twist, seated spinal twist. Breathing in, lift your head up, lengthen your spine. Breathing out, twist to your right. You can anchor your hands, right hand behind you, left hand pushing against the legs. Spine is upright. Turn your head as well. And coming back inward. Breathe in, lengthen your spine upward. Breathe out, twist to the left. Once again, anchor your hands, maximize the twist. twisting from the base of your spine to the neck. And slowly come back in. And now you're going to lie back. So I'm just going to face the other way. Place your hands behind your hips. You're going to do upward facing plank before you lie back. So lift your pelvis, just do the best you can. Try to bring your body in a straight line, drop your head back, and see if you can bring your toes towards the ground. Keep your tummy contracted. And your pelvis, and lie back. And bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice squeezy hug. And you're feeling so happy, so grateful. And now place your feet on the ground, on the mat. Extend your arms outward. And drop your knees to the right. Turn your head left. Keep both your shoulders on the ground. Coming out of it, knees up. And drop them to the other side. Knees to the left, head facing right. Just enjoy the stretch in your lower back on the right side. And then raise your knees again, straighten your legs, and get ready for final relaxation. Just move your feet, move your hands, fingers. If you need to shake your legs, do so. And take a long, deep breath in. Exhale, mouth open, and relax. Keep your eyes closed and relax. Relax every part of your body. Feeling happy, feeling grateful. Just let go. Okay, so in that video clip, it's the simple postures, but just to summarize, the asanas that you do, you can either stretch your body, it's all about stretching and contracting, combines with the breath. So you can stretch your body, lengthen it, bend backward, bend forward, bend sideways, or twist. And then if you're lying down, you can also invert. So you can do one or the other movement or stretch. So ideally, we should be doing one each. So you're standing, you need to do one stretch upward, then you do a sideways stretch, then you do a forward bend, a backward bend, and then you do a twist. And then you do the same sitting, and then you do the same lying on your tummy and lying on your back. I'm not sure if I'm answering your question as intended. Is that what you want?
Yes, your simple, your suggestion. So based on your demonstration and why
Okay.
you've chosen those asanas.
Okay, so basically you need a bit of everything. And sometimes in a particular yoga session, because I believe in doing it properly and slowly and enjoyably. Well, that's how it should be to get the best benefit. It's stiram sukham asanam, like to get the benefit of an asana, it's got to be happy, it's got to be joyful, and it's got to be steady. So it's got to be still steady and enjoyable, not torture. So you don't just go through it quickly, you do it slowly. So the whole sequence you might not manage in one session. So the one day you focus on standing and sitting, the next session you focus on lying on your tummy, next on your and then the postures that are popular are the twisting, because most people have this gut,
Yes,
complicated
yes.
with that. So twisting, and you can do twisting standing, sitting, or lying down as well. And so twisting postures, there's a few, there's different names. And then there's the cat stretch. The cat stretch, which is for the spine. Most people have spine issues or back issues. A lot of them related to carrying extra weight, though, mind you. But whether or not you're carrying extra weight, these spine postures help. Okay, it's cat stretch. That's popular. And then just flexing forward and backward, even lying down. And people with neck and shoulder problems, you just need to loosen up the joints. So I'm not going to mention too many postures, just spine postures, twisting, and loosening up the joints. It's very important, especially if you're not feeling strong enough and if unwell body. Best to just do loosening up of every joint in the body, starting with fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders, neck, all the way down to the toes. So just loosening up, that 10-15 minutes of loosening up of all the joints can do wonders. So especially like for the elderly, people doing chair yoga, you just loosen up the joints, then you stand up and just do a nice stretch and then contract. And then you lie down and you feel like you've had a yoga session. And if you can, it's good to invert the body, shoulder stand, headstand, only if you're up for it. Not necessary. Shoulder stand is good. You can invert, let the blood circulate all the way to the upper body. And then each posture has a counter posture. So after each posture, you do the counter and you get the full benefit.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you so much. And I think the most important notes that I picked up was that it's a mindful practice and it's not a competition. So yes, it's not a matter of completing a full workout, but making it mindful and listening to the body.
Yeah, it needs to be enjoyable. It
Absolutely.
should never be a torture session. And if you're not feeling up for it, you do what feels right on that day. So it's important to respect the body and let it be a fun, enjoyable session. And the one thing I must point out is doing it regularly. So you can't just do it every day for a week and then take a break for 3 weeks. It's not going to help you. So you need to do it regularly. Even if you're doing 5 out of 7 days in the week, it's got to be long-term regular for you to feel the benefit. And the other thing is to combine it with breathing exercises.
Yes, and I think also to have it basically becomes a way of life. So, you even though you're walking about, if you acting and walking mindfully, you are actually practicing yoga. You don't, the fact that you're breathing or you're sitting in your chair, you are participating in a yoga practice, but you're not necessarily in a gym on the mat being tortured.
Indeed,
If I
thank
can
you
just
so much, Trusha ji.
if I may add, sorry, just sorry, that it should take you inward. So feeling meditative. So after you finish a yoga session, you should be able to switch off and meditate. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Trusha
you.
ji, for that very interesting interaction. We definitely got to learn so much more, a deeper insight on yoga and your journey and your understanding as well. Thank you so much, Trusha ji, for sharing that with us, as well as those asanas. I'm sure that definitely we will be trying them out in our spare time and look forward to interacting more with on our carpets. Thank you so much, Paula ji and Trusha ji, for today's episode of Yog Charcha. With that, we've come to the conclusion of episode 6 of Yog Charcha with Ms Trusha Lakhani. I would like to now invite Mr. Sikiwam Chunu from the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban to render this evening's vote of thanks.
Oscar, greetings to all of you. On behalf of Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban, I am honored today to deliver a vote of thanks on our 6th episode of the program, Yoga Charcha, Discussions on Yoga. This is a series of interactions with the expert on yoga. Allow me to thank our online guest, Sri Kamar Maharaj Ji, a CEO, founder and the CEO of Vishwa Shakti, for the sterling introductory remarks that he gave this evening. Secondly, I'd like to thank Trusha Lakhani Ji, a yoga teacher, and Ms. Paula Martini Ji, a yoga practitioner, for the wonderful interactions that they have on yoga and also on the demonstrations of few asanas. To Trisha Ji and Paula Ji, Dhanyavad ma'am, thank you very much. To Dr. Chaitanya Prakash Yogi, Director of Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, Sri Piyush Kanderwal, Sristi Harinarayan, Dhanyavad for taking part on today's program. To all our online participants, we'd like to say thank you very much for taking part on today's program. You are kindly advised to visit Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center Facebook page, ICCR Durban, for all cultural updates organized by Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center in Durban. To all of you, have a wonderful evening. Namaskar.